Hey Shopify users, in this tutorial I am going to show you how you can create a professional email with your Shopify store. Now what I mean by professional email is that when you create a new store, you have your email already with your Shopify account, so your Shopify store generates a lot of emails. Like one of the most common one is, say, order confirmation. So all those emails your customers receive, they come from another email address, you see in the from field. So if you go into your store and go into settings, and on the right side you will see your contact information with your phone number and these couple of emails. Go in here and you can see how it says Shopify uses this to contact you. So this first email is just the email that you signed up with, and then the second email, sender email. Customers see this if you email them. Now that can be when somebody places an order, then they receive an order confirmation, and that will come from this email. And then also, if you have a contact form on the site, somebody submits a question or something, and then you get an email to your personal email, which is fine, but if you reply to that email, that's going to go from your personal email, which again is not that professional. So most people would like to set up a professional email. So there is a couple of services that Shopify promotes. I believe it's G Suite and Soho, I believe. But I am not going to be connecting to those services, so for those I'll make separate videos. So in this I will show you if you are using cPanel with your hosting account on a different service, and how you can make these changes. So for you, it might also be slightly different, but the main idea, what you need to do is go in there and look for this zone editor. So right now here you're seeing this zone editor. I am in cPanel, and for you, if you don't have this type of interface, but you probably have access to some type of place where it says zone, edit zone, something like that. So alright, so how we are going to start this process is, first we will go into our store where we were earlier. So the first email that you have, you can leave that. That's how Shopify contacts you. That's your tied to your account. Second one is the one you want to change. So let's first create an email that we need to use here. So go in, I'm here, same thing, you will have access to create emails wherever you're hosting your email. You will go into, say, I'm here in email accounts, and I can create an email. Admin, and I will just leave these default for now, and create. Make sure if you have different domains to make sure you're creating it on the right domain. And now that you've created your email, now we will go back to Shopify and put that email in there. And save. And just earlier you were seeing fix this, and there's an exclamation mark here, and you will go into fix this. So here you can see your customers might see no reply at shopify.com instead. Fix this, and it takes you to this page right here. Now we saved this earlier, so that is showing there. Your email may be shown in inboxes as admin, this via shopifyemail.com. So before, if the emails were coming from your personal email, now it's going to show this, but then it's going to say via shopifyemail.com, which again, you probably don't want that. You just want your email to show. So down here you see domain status not authenticated. So click on this button right here, and you will see this opening up. Now this here is a very useful information, and this is all what we are going to need to create these records at our email host provider. So one by one, so be very careful with where you are putting these values. And you could have two monitors. You can have one with your where you're updating the records at the email host, and then on the second screen you can put this, so they're side by side. You're not switching screens. For in this video I am working off of one monitor, so I have to switch the tabs to update these values. Anyways, let's get into it. So you see there's 4 records here. So I am first going to go back to where we were, go into cPanel here, zone editor, and in here I have a couple of domains. So I am going to manage the domain that I want to go into here, and then you see add record. Click on that. You can see it opens up these fields as a record. So some are already filled out, so you start by going here. First one, there's a type, CNAME. You can see they're all CNAMEs, so that's important. CNAME, then host name, then value. Host name. So let's copy for the first record, copy this. You just click this and it'll copy it to the clipboard. So, and then we go back here. First thing, select CNAME, and then that name that we just copied goes into this name area, and then we have to go back and copy the value. And do note that up here, as it says, the host name may also be called label or prefix. So based on where your domain is, you know, it's possible this host name shows label or prefix, and for value, I guess that in here, like it says, it's not a value, but you know, it's just saying there's record. So it can be slightly different, but it's easy to figure out. Type is the easiest one, and then you see some sort of name, and then this is where the value is gonna go. So we will paste that value in here. Double check one more time. Yes, and add record. All right, now we're gonna add a second record. Go back, copy this one here again, CNAME, name, paste that in here, and then copy the value and add record. Okay, third one, again it's CNAME, copy this, CNAME, paste this in here, and then let's get the value, paste that in here. and I'm doing Control V to paste it, so you could just do right click paste also, and then add record. Alright, so now we have the last one left right here. Again, copy, go back, CNAME, value, and then paste this last one, and that's it. Add record, and we have added all 4 records. So just make sure, I mean, this might be too fast as I did it, but make sure you go very slow and check again that you don't mess up the values, because you mess up one value, then it's then you have to go figure out where the record is and change that again. Anyway, so we have updated our records. We'll go back to our Shopify, and down here you see this authenticate domain. You will click on that, and you can see it says domain authentication is in progress. This should take about an hour, but may take up to 24 hours. So it can, all these type of changes can sometimes take a while. I mean, sometimes it's done in an hour or so, but yeah, sometimes it can go up to 24 hours or even more. So all right, so we've done the changes, and that's all you need to do. When this is done, you will see something here, and that will tell you that this is all working fine. Right now here this is pending. Mainly this probably will turn green. And so if you have performed the steps till now and just leave it there, you might have a problem with either you're not receiving emails, or your emails keep going to spam folder. And the solution to that is we have to go back and add one more record. So let's go back to where we were before. Same way in your site, wherever you are changing your records, you're gonna go in there, and this time we are gonna go into TXT. So look in the existing records that you see and look for something that says like this: V equal to SPF1. Now if you already have this, what you are going to do is say I have this in here already for Shopify, but you might have something like this. So what you are going to do is you are going to add this include shops.shopify.com, and the rest stays the same. Now if you don't have a record like this, then you are going to add a record. And in the name you might have just @ which means your current domain that you're in, and then this stays the same as this, and it's a TXT type, and here you will have something like just this. This is if the record doesn't exist and you are adding a record. So this is what you're going to do. And then after this you will save the record. I'm not saving it right now because I already have it. So mine looks like this because I already had a record. So, and you will just add this part in there, and that's it. This here is very important. It's going to make sure the emails don't go to spam folder. So what's happening is, like, Shopify is sending the emails, and then the emails are coming from this domain. So for spam reasons, the servers that are receiving the emails, they need to validate, hey, can we really trust this email? So this is what will make them trust your email and your emails get delivered. So that's it. Don't leave out this step. And that's it for now. Thanks.